Hey, this is BT. I'm going to interview. I am going to review the Aragon Motogp and also the World Superbike races. But because I don't want this to go on too long, I'm going to do them both separate because they both deserve equal attention. Kind of like if you had two kids, and like two. If you had twins, you can't say, "Oh, I love you, Hansel, not so much you, Gretel," or something. You can't do that. You got to love them both, or they say or they say you can't. Of course you're gonna like one more than the other. I mean, let's just face some kids are assholes. So anyway, let's start off with the MotoGP review. Of course, start off with Moto 3. Moto 3, real quick, let's salute or give a big shout out to Maria Herrera. And Anna Carrasco, because Anna Carrasco was there from the beginning of the year. Two ladies. We talk about role models. I love to see women going in, I hate to say man's world, but it's a male-dominated sport. And they did their best. Maria was 10th in the first practice, what I thought was great. Then she ended up wrecking in the race. But salute to those girls, man. Good for them. Hope I wish them the best. And let's talk about the race. The race real quick. I don't give Alex Rins enough credit, man. I'll tell you, Maverick Vinales, and this is going to come back to Marc Marquez. Watch how I make this work. Alex Rins doesn't get the credit because Rins is dialed in. He's got confidence now. And his teammate, Marc Marquez's brother, Alex. Alex actually playing the role of a teammate. I can't say he's not trying to win, but he's kind of, put a little monkey wrench in Maverick Vinales' in the side view mirror. He sees that tire come up. He has to let off. So big shout out to Alex Marquez playing a good teammate. Alex Rins, I'm telling you, Salome got fourth. The championship tightens up now. I think it's like 12 points separating them. It's going to come down to Valencia. It's going to be great. So shout out to Alex Rins. Maverick Vinales, he's got to win. He's got to win soon. And I don't know what it is with him, man. I just don't know. But he's not the Maverick Vinales of old. Before I forget, Philip Ertel. What a great race by this kid, man. Look, the best he did was like 20th. And then he gets a fifth. Philip Ertel, big job. Good job to him. Anyway, but how I'm going to connect Maverick Vinales to Marc Marquez is a sense of Maverick, if you remember, was really aggressive, man. He would run into you tight, and he would, didn't give a damn, and he didn't show up that one race in Australia. Remember, he goes, well, you know what? I'm going to take my helmet and go home. And that's what he did. And he was just a real temperamental 17-year-old kid. I don't know what happened, but they kind of, I don't know what happened. But he lost a little bit of his aggressiveness. He lost a little bit of his aggressiveness. And I don't know what it is, but it's going to come down to Valencia. I want to see him get it. I want to see him win, just so he could throw this championship into a tie where winner wins all, and I think that's going to be great. So hopefully that's going to come down to it. We're going to skip the MotoGP first. MotoGP, Marc Marquez did the business, as they like to say. I mean, there's nothing else that can be said about this race. Rossi picked the wrong tire. I mean, it happens to the best of them, but he still fought off Alvaro Bautista, which I think is great. Bautista just can't beat this guy, so I think it's great. Anyway, so anybody who saw the race, didn't saw the race, you know what happened. Marquez touched Pedrosa's traction control, and it broke it, and Pedrosa went pew. And now they got to meet race direction, which I think it's terrible. I mean, something's wrong when Livio Supo is like, so Mark touched Danny's tractor control, and that's what happened. And Mark has to learn that you cannot ride like this. He has to change his riding style. Livio Supo is maybe the scariest guy in the paddock. Just that voice alone. That voice says like, hey, I've killed people. I know where the graves are. Don't mess with me. And by the way, I can dance too. So, hey, I can literally dance on your grave. So don't make me do it. Or don't make me do it. I will do it. I promise I will kill you. I don't care. I will kill you. But that's what he said. So Mark has to go see race direction. I think it's kind of bullshit. And he didn't mean to hit him. He does go aggressive, but that's what happens racing. And Danny... I like Danny, but you see Danny whining like, well, I mean, it's just that Mark was too aggressive, and and I think it's too aggressive, and if you saw it, Mark went looking for Danny after the race. Of course, they made him do it. He went looking for him. But the greatest thing about Mark, he knows he's in trouble. He's like a typical kid. He knows he's in trouble because he'll go, I was right there, and I touched Danny a little, just a little, no, I hit him just a little, just touch him just a little. And so like it's no big deal. Like when your teammate goes flying through the air like Superman, and and you go past him like you didn't see him. If you saw this replay, he was like, "I don't see you, Danny. I don't see that. I see nothing. I see nothing." And that's what happened. So, to me it was a racing incident, but they're gonna give him a slap on the wrist. But unless something bad happens, it's gonna be Marquez's championship to lose. It's gonna be a real quick review because I thought the race was good, but do you know how Marquez is good? Because Lorenzo did something I've never seen Lorenzo do, and that's look back. Lorenzo literally went like this and looked back like, oh, here come that man. Here come that man. I ain't going to win this. And that's what happened. And you seen his face after the interview. He's like, well, no, Mark came, and there's nothing I can do. He was just faster. And that's what happened. So big shout out to Mark Marquez. I hope they just give him a slap on the wrist. That's all that kid deserves, a slap on the wrist, man. I mean, he does his job. Is he aggressive? Yes. But, hey, he's making MotoGP. You want to watch this kid race? Of course, I'm out there on the track with him. Actually, you know what I like to see? I like to see Marc Marquez, Kenan Safaglu, and throw in Alvaro Bautista and just have those crazy-ass dudes go at it just for like 5 laps and just try to just go at it. Of course, you see Kenan like, I don't know this guy, he's crazy. He tries to run me over, I don't know why he does it. And Mark's like, I didn't see them, I may touch him just a little, no? But either way, those guys are crazy. They're aggressive, but it makes for good racing. Of course, I'm not there on the track with those crazy guys, so I like it. Anyway, big shout out to Marc Marquez. He won. I think the championship is his. Big shout out to Rossi. He rode a great race. I wish he would have picked the right tire. He had a good start. He just can't keep up with those guys, man. It's kind of, it sucks, but at least he got a podium. And big shout out to Alessio Spargo. He finished great with the CRTs, and he knew he couldn't hang with him on the straightaways. And I think Yamaha is sabotaging Cal. I can't prove it, but Cal doesn't look like the Cal of old. Like the first half of the season, it's a different Cal. And he looks frustrated, and I feel for him. And the rider of the race in MotoGP goes to, hold on, it's my dogs. Hey, cut it out! The rider of the race goes to Scott Redding. Scott Redding in Moto 2 qualified 15th. I thought it's over. Spargo's on the front row. And what Scott Redding did, you know what Scott Redding did? It's like Thanksgiving dinner. Your rival is eating Thanksgiving dinner, and you kick down the door. You come in, and you say, give me that damn drumstick. And you eat his drumstick in front of him, or a little turkey leg. You eat his turkey leg, and then you eat some of his stuffing. Then you rip one of the wings out of his hand and go, I dare you to take it out of my hand. You end up beating his ass, but you go, damn, I kind of got punked. That's what Scott Redding did. He got respect. In his home country, he went to Esparga's home country, kicked in his door, and took his turkey leg. That's what he did. So much props to Scott Redding for what he did, man. He handled his business. He got a 4th place. Could have been worse. Spargo's got to do the business. So it's going to be great. Moto 2 is going to be great. Rider of the race goes to Scott Redding. Runner-up goes to Philip Ertel. Man, that guy, I want to see him do well. I don't know who he is, but I hope he does well. And that's my MotoGP review. Again, if you guys have any feedback, positive, negative, or whatever, please don't hesitate to, leave a comment and go, man, you suck, dude. You suck. Or I think this would be better, or whatever. So I'm open to criticism or whatever. Just give it to me. So anyway, it's going a little long. I'm going to finish up here. Rider of the race, Scott Redding. A shout out to Marc Marquez. Hope they don't slap him on the wrist too hard. And the rest of those guys, hope they man up. It's going to be a great race when they go to, I think, where's next? Is it Japan next? I think it's Japan next, or Phillip Island next. Anyway, I'll be with you in the next race. We'll review it again. It's the BT saying thanks for listening and watching about the MotoGP Aragon review. See ya. Peace.